I know a lot of people are concerned about some of Donald Trump's appointments, and I'll be honest with you. If they go to the Senate to be approved, a lot of them will not be approved, even though the Republicans have the majority in the Senate. One such nominee is Matt Gaetz for Attorney General. It's absolutely absurd to think that he would be qualified or even good for that position. Everybody knows that. I suspect that Donald Trump even knows that. But he's an agent of chaos, and what could be more chaotic than putting Matt Gaetz as Attorney General? Now, here's the thing. If he goes to the Senate for approval, he will not get it. Most Republicans know how damaging it would be to the country and to the Republican Party, so they're not going to vote to put him in. Donald Trump knows this. Donald Trump even told Maggie Haberman that he thought Matt Gaetz had less than 50% chance of being the AG. And frankly, I think that estimation is high. So now what they're talking about is something called recess appointments, and I don't know if you know what that is. Recess appointments is a rule that they have, apparently, that if Congress is on recess, and they're always on fucking recess, Donald Trump can just appoint people for 200 days or something like that. So that's how Donald Trump plans to do it. Now, with the House of Representatives, they have to agree to do this. And Mike Johnson is a suck-ass, so he'll do it in an instant. He'll do anything for his Lord and Savior, Donald Trump. But the Senate's a little different situation. And there was something that happened the other night that tells us that the Senate may not quite be as in line about recess appointments. Mitch McConnell was at a Washington, D.C. gathering. It was a private affair, but in that gathering he said there's going to be no recess appointments. We're not going to do that. That would be bad for the country. That would be bad for the party. So somebody who was there tweeted or X'd it out and said, this is what Mitch McConnell said. But here's the interesting thing. Shortly after it was put out, then it was deleted. Who was it deleted by? Mitch McConnell, because he's afraid of Donald Trump? I don't think that's the case. Oh, I know who it is. Elon Musk, the guy who owns X and is BFFs with Donald Trump. They're constantly trying to control the narrative. They're constantly trying to manipulate people's minds. They've been doing it for fucking 9 years. If you haven't got it by now, you're never going to fucking get it. So the bottom line is these recess appointments is a backdoor try, a Hail Mary pass. And we know how well Donald Trump's done with Hail Mary passes in courts and shit like that. Donald Trump's not a smart man. The MAGA fucks are not smart people. Matt Gaetz is not going to be the AG, and some of these others, like Tulsi Gabbard, aren't going to make it either. But if they do, if somehow they do, it's going to be more damaging for the Republicans initially than it will be for the country in the long run. We'll see what happens. I don't want to worry about Matt Gaetz. He's not serious, and he's not going to be the AG. Tulsi Gabbard, much the same. There are some other goofy fuckers that will be appointed, only because they look good compared to these freak shows.